Primal Predator, written by S.M. Soros. Epilogue. Billy and Eric were siblings in a lower middle-class family, living most of their lives in a trailer park and only recently moving into a small house in a forest suburbs. No bigger than an apartment though. Bailey and Eric's parents were never really close and at one point tried to divorce but couldn't because of the lack of money. Eric loved dinosaurs and Bailey loved avian animals, including avian dinosaurs to an extent but not really getting as into it as Eric. In 1998 there wasn't many fun things to do in the suburbs. Most of the time Eric would play basketball with the neighborhood boys and his dad and their dad sometimes, but their parents either worked in a farm which took most of the day caretaking, or a job which took hours to get to. Being a kid is rough and boring in these times. Chapter 1. Eric and the other neighborhood kids, which are Eddie, Mason, Terry, and William. Eddie was a mean-looking guy with black rough hair and bushy eyebrows and an attitude as mean as he looks. Mason was a fit regular guy with blonde hair, blue eyes who knows how to throw a punch. Terry was the tallest and slimmest with crazy hair and glasses with a bit of a mustache. He was also the oldest and the nicest. William was the shortest and had a square-like head and straight-up hair like a high top for white guys. The boys were at the gas station picking up some snacks and energy drinks because they were planning to have a group sleepover at Eddie's house because he was the richest and had a Sega Genesis. They were going to play in a Blu-ray console to play movies. The gas station worker who the boys knew well, Michael, was chatting with the boys about random things as they do, all being awkward teenagers or young adults. So did you guys hear about that guy that got ran over at the construction site across the road? Michael said as he leaned his arm against the counter. Terry spoke up and gasped, "Gosh, that's terrible. Did he die?" Eddie interrupted, "Of course he died, dumbass. He got ran over." "Do you know how heavy construction vehicles are?" Eddie said meanly. Eric was in the back faintly hearing while looking out of the window holding his wallet. He was looking near the mountains watching the elk and mountain lions by their shadows, but suddenly he saw a bigger shadow near the other, bigger than the other mountain lions, but it quickly vanished before Eric could tell anybody or really process what he saw. He just brushed it off and the boys paid for their snacks and left. 9 p.m. was when the group got to Eddie's house with their snacks and drinks. A few packs of Cheetos and Doritos and all types of unhealthy gas station food and a few bottles of water and Gatorade and Mountain Dew. When they got to Eddie's house, the boy instantly started to his room and to their snacks. Eddie's parents weren't home and wouldn't until a few hours, so they could mess around for a while. Eric sat down on Eric's bed along with William as Eric said, "Wow, have you ever seen a place this huge?" "Eddie's room is about half of my house," he said suddenly. William chuckled. "Yeah, it's a pretty big place. There's a lot more to do here than at my house. It's like comparing a splash pad to Disneyland." They talked and talked until Eddie and Terry came in arguing. "Hey Eric and Willie, who would win in a fight? The T-Rex or Spinosaurus?" "The Spinosaurus would definitely win. It's bigger than the T-Rex, right?" said William. No, the T-Rex would win. It's much more bulkier and can but harder. And the Spino is only bigger because of its tail and sail," said Eric. The group argued with each other about the subject for a minute before Eddie and William deciding defeat that the T-Rex would win. The boys quickly got bored of what they were doing, however, and started up Eddie's Sega Genesis.